What's a low barrier shelter? A place where people can continue to use drugs, all under the auspices of human rights. It's their human right. And if anything else, we'd be taking away their human rights. So let's talk about human rights. Let's talk about whose rights are actually being infringed upon here.
Well, there's two factions of society that are at a disservice with this philosophy. Number one, people who suffer with addictions and serious mental health have disabilities, and those disabilities are not being accommodated. That's another legal term, accommodation. Accommodation is not happening in these low barrier shelters. And so you could say that it's the shelter occupants themselves that are being discriminated against or not accommodated in these housing models.
Right.
They require something called intensive supportive housing. And that's not just supportive housing, that's intensive supportive housing. This requires medical staff. This is professionally trained supervision. It doesn't mean they have no freedom. What does it look like? Well, I'm not here to architect the solution. I didn't architect the problem, but I do know that if you want to talk about and they want to weaponize human rights, basically the shelter occupants, the service users themselves would have to advocate for their human rights. But I don't think they're of the sound mind to do that. Now, are they? The other, probably the more...
Sorry to interrupt, but before you go on, that low-hanging fruit, that is the actual access point, because isn't the onus on the people who are supplying drug den shelters and accommodations that are low barrier, isn't it the onus on them to prove that that person is not a danger to themselves and the people around them? Isn't it?
No, because it's an unregulated environment. It's not a hospital. It's not a health service. It's a housing service, and that's an unregulated environment, which is why combining a health service with a housing situation is it's not a regulated environment. And so what we're finding is no policy framework, no plan, no measurement for success, no long-term metrics for any success. And it's really just our measure of success is we provided a roof.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, that is it.